Hey everybody, I'm Dr. Jeremy Pettis.
I'm Dr. Steve Edelman.
And not only are we endocrinologists, we're people living with type 1 diabetes, but we're also gourmet chefs.
No, we're not.
Okay, we're aspiring gourmet chefs. And Steve and I were talking about what's something that we could make for you guys that we could actually make diabetes friendly, but it's for the holidays. It's kind of a hearty, warm family meal. And then it occurred to us, what could possibly be better than making chili?
We should make some chili.
Absolutely.
Did somebody say chili?
Yeah, we said chili. But,
Hi, guys.
You know, you don't have to show up every time we're going to do chili. Like, we got it, man.
Yeah, but I really, really like chili.
Yeah, I know you like chili, and that's why we have your book here, your cookbook.
My cookbook, right there. 177 of the greatest chili recipes of all time.
Okay, so we're going to use your book, and you can just, I don't know, we got a chair for you over there, and you can just have a seat.
You don't need my help?
No, I think we got it.
Yeah, we're good.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Are you going to follow all the instructions?
Yeah, man, I think we got it.
Okay. Just do me one favor.
Okay.
Always
Uh-huh.
undercook the onions.
Yep, we got it. Yep, undercook the onions. Thanks, bud. All right, just feel free to check your email. And, okay. Man, that guy always comes at the strangest times.
That's what she
Don't say it. All right, well, now that he's gone, but seriously, a big thanks and a shout out to Brian, who did make this recently, this chili cookbook. It's a seriously good chili cookbook. It's 177 recipes, collections from celebrities, chefs, cook-off winners. So all these recipes are kind of vetted and extremely good.
Yeah, and we picked 3 recipes that we think would appeal to a wide group of people.
Yeah.
The first one we're going to cook right now, and we'll cook the other 2 later.
Yeah. So this first one, page 122, slow cooker white turkey chili with salsa verde. So why do we pick this one? Because you can actually use it with turkey, like specifically your leftover turkey from Thanksgiving.
Such a great idea.
So it makes it kind of festive and fun. Now, Steve and I don't know about you. I don't really know what I'm doing. So I'm going to, try to read through these directions with you.
You and I cook somewhat. So
you apparently won an award, champion of chili there. So, okay, here's the first direction. It says, it's got all the ingredients here, but it says, place the oil, onion, garlic, and bacon in a large, slow cooker. So, all right, I will do the oil, which is a tablespoon of olive oil, but you need to start chopping up that onion.
Okay.
Which is a very large onion.
Now, you told me before we started filming, he's never chopped up an
onion.
onion.
I have, but I don't know if I've done it right. Do you do it like pole to pole, or do you do it sideways like that?
You cut off the 2 ends, like this.
Yeah.
Try not to cut off your finger. And of course, we can check our blood sugar.
This just looks dangerous the way that you're doing this.
Okay, just watch. Now, if you start crying, it's not because you love me so much.
That can't be the right way that you do this.
Are you serious? Don't just look at this.
I'm gonna do the olive oil while you do that.
Okay. Then you just get rid of all this, and there you have a nice clean onion.
That looks pretty good.
I'm going to cut it in half, like this.
Okay.
And now I'm going to just cut up in do slices.
Pungent.
And then,
stings the nostrils.
No, if you cry, I like to do it under the hood of a stove, because that way the fumes from the onion doesn't make your eyes burn. And
I'm going to do the oil while you're doing that.
Okay. Do I do this whole onion, by the way?
Yes, 1 whole onion. So you can do this on a stove with a regular pot, but this just makes it a little bit like a set it and forget it kind of thing, because it's got to cook ultimately for a while here. I haven't gotten to that stuff. Jesus.
I'm
2 to 3 hours, so yeah.
My eyes are feeling can you blow so it doesn't go in my eyes? Okay.
All right. Now, so first of all, 1 onion, and then we need to do 1 tablespoon of garlic minced. So it's probably not going to be the whole thing.
Okay, now have you ever done this before?
No, I haven't.
Or you just buy the jar from Costco?
Yeah, I didn't know what garlic looked like.
Are you serious?
Where does that grow? Is that it come from a tree? Like, where does garlic come from? Is that a root?
It's a garlic bulb.
Yeah, but is that like out of the ground? Oh man, I'm gonna seal these.
Okay, watch this.
Okay.
You cut the ends off again,
Uh-huh.
and that helps you get the outer shell off.
My secret is I just find somebody to do it. What does minced mean?
Just chopped up.
Why don't they just say chopped up? Okay.
You take the knife.
Mm-hmm.
You hold the unsharp part.
Okay.
And you rotate.
Unsharp part.
You rotate.
Ew, you're hitting another knife. It can't be.
Okay. Then you do different direction. You try to chop it up and you bring it together. I almost drooled on it. Okay, that's minced.
All right. So I got my tablespoon of garlic.
Okay.
Going in.
Yeah. I forgot the outer shell. Okay.
Is it just me or is he really loosey-goosey with this knife?
I think it's just you.
Just put it down when you're not cutting. All right, let's see here. 2 strips of bacon chopped. This looks like good bacon.
Does it say what size?
Suggestions? Chopped. So the secret is
always clean up as you go.
you kind of start that way and you pull the knife towards you. It gives you nice...
You're just making that up. Can you mince the bacon?
There we go. This is fun. And so far, like, 0 carbs. You know, so
a little bit.
And we'll talk about that when we come to the beans. But right now, I wouldn't bolus for this. This is just onion stew right now. Okay, there we go. So that is step 1. Now we're gonna cook this cover on high heat for 10 minutes until the onions are translucent. So we're gonna hover over this and look at the onions until I guess they're see-through-y-ish. And then we'll move on to the next step.
I think that's probably the best explanation.
Okay.
Translucent.
Okay, all right, we'll be back. And we're back. All right, so we're 10 minutes later. We've cooked this. These onions are translucent as hell. It smells really good. Okay, so step 1 is done. There's actually only 3 steps, which is good. So next we're gonna add the beans, corn, turkey, salsa verde, and broth. So first for the beans, and we have a couple different options of beans. You can get beans with regular amounts of salt, low salt, no salt. So we went with like low salt, which I think is this one. And we already opened it up.
But also, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
This recipe allows you to use 1 can of beans instead of 2, and that reduces the calories and the carbs.
You know, that's a great point because all the carbs in this is going to come from the beans. And I remember a long time ago...
Other things come from the beans too.
I ate some chili and my blood sugars went up and I was like, what the heck? Chili is like it's all protein. And you're like, no, there's lots of carbs in beans. And people don't know that. I think a lot of you told me it was bean propaganda. That it was all protein, but it's actually there's a lot of carbs in beans. So if you can limit the beans, that's going to be good for you. So do I pour it with all the juice in here?
You know what? Depends on the recipe. Recipe says just include the juice. Just pour it in, please.
Okay, so we're done with that, and then
clean up
corn.
After you finish, please.
Okay. Corn, also juice.
Yes.
So the secret is you just kind of tilt it. And then, all right, next is turkey. 5 cups. Wait, no, that's broth. 2 cups leftover cooked turkey chopped. So we don't have leftover turkey yet because we haven't had Thanksgiving, but we just have turkey. And we need 2 cups chopped.
Minced?
No, chopped.
Okay. I will...
Ooh, you're doubling up. So this is an advanced technique. He stacked the turkey.
Yeah, and if the knife is sharp, I mean, it got kind of dull when you used it, but it's still okay.
Okay, see, this is where it makes me nervous, where I'm cutting and grabbing at the same time.
Something happened to you when you were a kid.
No, I just think you're like...
Seriously.
You're loosey-goosey.
Okay. I don't think you're in any danger of me slicing
look
your
at
finger.
This. That's way too big. When people eat this, they're going to be like, that's good, but it's some chunky turkey. And the good thing about meat, or this could be whatever, is it's very filling, but low carb. So you're going to eat this and be full. And, we put minimum beans in here. So we can talk about this later, but at 1 serving is 20 carbs though. So even with 1 can of beans, it's still a good amount of carbs.
You know what? For some of you folks with type 2 that are not on insulin, you don't really do anything different when you eat lots of carbs, except you try to limit the portion control. And sometimes going out for a little walk after eating is not a bad idea. Well,
it says add the salsa and broth and then stir. So I hope maybe we can edit that stirring out, Eric. I stirred prematurely. Okay, salsa verde
hold on, here it is
1 3-ounce can. Oh, this is 7 ounces.
It could make it a little too liquid.
Okay, well, let's do half of it.
Broth?
Yes, broth. So we need 5 cups. Good Lord.
Okay, this is it salted soupy. Or not salted? Looks right. Oh, low sodium. But
do you know what the number one source of salt in our diet is? It's bread. People don't know that.
Okay.
So stir and then cook on high for 45 minutes to an hour or low for 2 to 3 hours. And this it says if using raw turkey, cook in a skillet before adding it. So we actually used cooked turkey, so we didn't have to do that step. So basically we need to cook this now for a while, and then you and I can do something fun for a couple hours.
Let's play Rummy Cube.
Okay. All right, we're going to play Rummy Cube. See you guys later. And we're back. So we're going to have to put our Rummy Cube game on hold because while that other chili is cooking, we thought a good use of our time is actually to make the next chili.
I'm excited about this one.
So what's this next one called?
Okay, scorpion breath chili.
Yeah, that sounds pretty gnarly.
And basically, it's kind of a Texas recipe, and they would denounce any chili that has beans in it.
Mm-hmm.
But it turns out for people with type 1 and type 2, it eliminates the carbs, more protein. And I also brought my own accoutrement. After you eat this chili, you need some Listerine or any acceptable mouthwash.
All right, so this one is, potentially more straightforward. So it starts with you got to have 2 pounds of cubed beef, which we have here, just bought, unwrapped, 1 pound each. And step 1 is to brown the cubed meat in a pot. So I'm going to go over here to the pot.
And it's nice to have a stickless pan so that you don't have to scrub it off later.
Oh, geez, I got the plastic in there. Okay. The secret's not to get the plastic in there. All right, browning the beef. All right, so the beef is browned. And so our next thing is to add the broth. So it says 14.5 ounce can beef broth, 14.5. And then the next thing we're gonna do is we're gonna add all these spices. So here they are. 6 tablespoons chili powder, tablespoon cayenne pepper, tablespoon cumin, tablespoon oregano, teaspoon sea salt, and a packet of this Goya spice. So 6 tablespoons of chili powder. So why don't you do 6 of these?
Whoa.
Yeah.
6 of them in there?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And a tablespoon of cayenne pepper.
No wonder it's called scorpion breath.
So Steve.
Yeah.
1 of each of these.
1 tablespoon?
Yeah.
Okay.
1 tablespoon of those.
Wow, this smells
and then
like
a teaspoon of oregano. 1 packet of the Goya spice. Get these guys off of here. And then we're gonna bring that to a boil and simmer for 2 hours and 30 minutes. It says stir clockwise and well. Are you stirring clockwise?
Yeah.
Okay, good. Okay, so while that's simmering, an important last step is that if you want to make it a little bit hotter, it says you can float a pricked jalapeno in the mixture. So what's a pricked jalapeno?
Well, basically, you prick it. You prick little holes in it so that the internal juices seep out into the chili.
Okay.
And I'll let you do it.
Just how many holes do I
I'm going to bring over the pot so you can just dump it in.
Ooh, I can see it getting juicy.
That way, I don't want you dripping that on my floor.
The secret is you prick it 3 times. Okay.
Good job. Okay. Here we go. Now I simmer for, what, 2 hours?
2.5 hours. So we got 2 chilies literally cooking right now. So that means we're going to move on to our 3rd chili, which is called the Quick Vegetarian Chili, page 144. So vegetarian, obviously, some people are vegetarian. They don't want to eat meat. Another thing that cutting out the meat really cuts down the calories. So it's a good kind of low-calorie option. You're still going to have a good amount of carbs because we are going to be using beans. So, all right, so let's get into it. This one is a little intimidating to me because it has 7 steps. The other one was like 3. So let's get started with cutting and preparing all the veggies.
Okay.
Celery. So it says 1 stalk of celery diced.
Now, I've seen sushi chefs. You put your hand like this, that rubs the edge of the knife. You can't cut off your finger.
Okay.
See that? Underneath.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
All right. So
if you don't mind putting those in.
Knife down, hands in.
Okay. Oh, I forgot a piece.
So we need 1 green bell pepper chopped.
Okay.
So what's your technique? So pole to pole on this one, huh?
Okay, pole to pole.
Okay.
Now, you see this stuff in the middle?
Mm-hmm.
You want to get that out, and also the top. Yeah, and then you just try to pull off the white stuff.
Okay.
Because that may be a little bitter. God, I really sound like I know what I'm doing.
1 large carrot shredded. Shredded.
Okay. So we got a
So
shredder.
we didn't have a large carrot, so we have 3 kind of medium carrots. Ooh, this looks fun.
Why don't you do it?
The side? Is that the right side? You got many options on
that's
this
the
thing.
side. That's the right side. Now, I'll just warn you, when you get close to the end of the
You
carrot.
sure? Why not this one? Oh, that's finer. Okay.
Let me do it.
That's got to be enough, right? Here, you
No,
wanna do it?
no, it's not enough. Watch the technique.
Pretty good.
You see how fast it's going down?
This looks good in here. Nice and bright colors. Okay, now next is going to be zucchini.
Okay.
And the zucchini, they also want shredded.
Okay.
Okay. The secret is you get like an angle.
See, you see how it's going down?
Yeah.
Good job.
This is easier.
Try to
If you're new to shredding, I recommend starting with a zucchini. Okay, garlic and onion.
Okay.
Back to our good old friend onion, but we should do garlic first.
Okay, now, are you going to do the garlic? I showed you last time.
Yeah.
Okay, I thought I'd make it easy for you.
This is a lot easier.
I'm going to start the onion.
Okay.
You want to get all this outside stuff off. And as I said, I like to cut it in half, kind of like a watermelon. Then you can, what I do is I slice it this way all the way across, and then you turn around, and we can chop it with this bigger knife.
You don't have your goggles?
Well, mine's not burning yet, and while you're cutting, I'm going to stand back.
I wasn't listening. I was waiting for the comedic effect of the goggles to kick in. I think they do help a little bit, though.
Okay, bring that bowl over, and I'll.
Nice and efficient. Get over there. There you go. You want to borrow my goggles? Okay.
Much better.
This like looks the healthiest so far.
Why?
I mean, look at all these veggies we have. Okay, so the last thing we have to add before we start cooking. So first of all, it says heat the oil. So we put 2 tablespoons of oil, and we're heating that up. And we have to add
vegetable oil.
the corn to this. And so it says 1/2 cup frozen corn niblets. Are those niblets?
What are we going to do with the rest of them?
Are those niblets? I don't know what that means.
Nope, sorry.
Yeah. All right, 1/2 cup of that.
You like corn?
I love corn.
Okay.
The secret is you kind of just sprinkle it around a little. All right, so I did almost a whole cup of corn, and you can obviously modify this. You can put in no corn if you don't like corn, because it does have a good amount of carbs in it.
Yeah,
it's something good to know in general, that just eating like an ear of corn is a fair amount of carbs.
It's 50 extra calories in the potted chili, so it's good to know.
So now we need to saute, stirring often. It doesn't say clockwise or counterclockwise, so have at it. We got another big pot here.
All right.
Here,
I'll hold it. You pour it. You drag it in.
Okay. Woo! Hear that sizzle? It's because we preheat the oil.
This does look healthy.
It does, right?
When are we adding the meat?
And by the way, we got our old friend over here, the scorpion breath, and I'm going to give a stir to also.
Don't burn yourself.
I don't understand why they have that. Ooh, look at that jalapeno float. Pricked. Okay, so we're back. While the veggies are cooking, drain the canned kidney beans, which we already did. We drained them, we rinsed them, and poured them into a broad, shallow dish, thusly, and mash lightly with a tomato masher. Now, it says...
Why don't we buy refried beans?
Well, it says this not only gives the chili a smoother consistency, it also is a great way to hide the beans from picky eaters. So this is, we're sneaking beans into people. And then after we do that, we're going to add that into the pot with some diced tomatoes. 28-ounce can. Please be 28 ounces. 28 ounces. All right, we don't have to do any math that time. Okay, so we're going to add that. And then tomato sauce, 8-ounce can of tomato sauce.
Right here.
Come on. 8 ounces. Okay. Half a cup of water. Oh,
We don't have water.
Oh, I'm on that. Don't worry.
Okay.
Water and all the seasonings. All the seasonings. Here we go. Okay.
Okay. This is good enough.
All right. So why don't you start adding these things, these 3 things
To the mixture.
To the mixture.
Diced tomatoes.
This does. See, it's getting kind of a mashed consistency. Okay. Now.
Wow.
We'll add that.
This is getting there.
Okay, we're gonna do 1 teaspoon chipotle powder, teaspoon of cumin, teaspoon of dried basil, teaspoon of oregano, half teaspoon of salt, half teaspoon of freshly ground black pepper, and then we can do some garnishes at the end. We'll talk about that later. All right, so we got all of that in. You can stir it in any direction, and cover the pot and increase the heat to bring the mixture to boil, then reduce the heat to medium-low. Oh, the beans, these ones. Steve, you forgot the beans.
There's no beans in there.
Yeah, we gotta add these.
Shh, there's no beans.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Nobody will know. And then we'll eventually let it simmer for 20 minutes. And then we'll add the other things. Cheese, sour cream,
Ooh.
lime wedges. That sounds good. Okay, so we're gonna come back in a little bit. We got all 3 chilies basically cooking now, and come back with, like, I think spices and things like that. So we'll be right back. All right, we are back. And while we were away, we plated our 3 chilies, and we kind of, put the accoutrements on them to kind of like the finishing touches, if you will. So let's go kind of in order of the ones that we made. Let's start with the turkey one. Let's go to the calorie count of that. So we only did 1 can of beans. So per serving, 224 calories, not so bad. 20 grams of carbs, 21 grams of protein. And we're talking about this, that obviously people type 1 and type 2 are listening. But for those of you on insulin, when you have that much protein, anything above 10, 15 grams, that can delay the kind of spike in your blood sugar. So you might need to give yourself a bolus, sometimes an hour, 2 hours after eating, because your blood sugars can kind of go up. More information on that, just watch our pizza challenge, where we talk a lot about the fat and protein. But all right, so without further ado, let's dig in. So you want to try it first, or let's do it at the same time? All right. Okay, ooh, look, that is a translucent onion if I have ever seen one. Okay, how is it?
Seriously good.
Mm-hmm. It's seriously good. You know what I like is that the green salsa that we put in there.
Okay,
that's really good though.
It's got a little heat to it already. Okay.
So next one, scorpion breath. Okay, so guess what? 308 calories per serving, essentially 0 carbs, but 30 grams of protein. So this is a high protein meal. Now I'm curious kind of like how to actually eat this. We added a little cheese, a little sour cream.
The chunks of meat are a little bit big.
You know what? I got a reasonable size one. I'm actually excited about this one.
Okay.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Oh, that's really good. These guys watching haven't eaten it yet. This is good. This one's got some heat to it.
Mm-hmm.
Is that the one that we prickled the jalapeno?
Yeah.
That heat builds. Yeah, this one's definitely more. That's good. Okay. That's interesting, because that is just like meat soup. But according to Texans, it's like chili.
Beef stew, kind of. Mm-hmm. It is spicy.
That's really good. Seriously good.
Seriously.
Okay, moving on to the third one, which was the veggie one. The other ones were kind of 200, 300 calories. This is 184. So when you don't have all that protein, it brings down the calories. 28 grams of carbs. So you kind of shift. It's less calories, but more carbs. So you can see that you can make your chili however you want. All right, so this one, we got chips. I'll get a little wine squeeze here. We put some sour cream on there. This one I think looks the best.
I think it looks better
just
too.
In terms of like color.
So does our turkey one.
Are there beans in here? Oh. It's like temperature hot. That's good.
It's tasty, Joe.
It is tasty. Personally, I like meat. So we were kind of joking about throwing some meat in there, but I think that would actually be good. What do you think?
You know what? I think I like vegetarian stuff here and there, and I think this is
That's really good, actually.
And I would probably put a little bit of hot sauce in there.
This one, yeah, for sure. All right, so what is your favorite?
I'd have to say the turkey.
Really? I was surprised that the scorpion breath was my favorite.
Close second.
I thought it was like not going to have enough stuff in it, but it was great. All right. Next very important topic: what to drink while you're eating your chili. Now we have some alcoholic beverages here for a couple reasons. One, holidays, there's always alcohol around. We did a very famous video on drinking with diabetes. You have to check that out. But just to show that
you got to be over 18 at least.
21.
Oh yeah.
So just like chili, just like everything, You can modify things to make them more diabetes friendly, you know, different carb counts, different calorie counts, etc. So we have an IPA here from Stone Brewery. I love IPAs, but they're very like high calorie, high carb. So this is per bottle 220 calories. So this is like eating a bowl of chili every bottle. So keep that in mind. And it has about 17 grams of carbs, so a decent amount of carbs. Then you go to Guinness, which is only 125 calories and 10 grams of carbs. So a very kind of diabetes friendly, but still flavorful beer. So this is Blue Moon Light Sky. So this has 95 calories, 3.6 grams of carbs. So you can see this was from like 90 calories to 200 plus, 3 grams of carbs to like almost 20. So depending on what you're drinking, just like what you're eating, can make a big difference in your overall weight, health, diabetes, etc. I have up here something called June Shine, which I love, which is a hard kombucha. 6% alcohol, so it packs a punch, but it has literally like 2 grams of carbs and maybe like 150 calories or something like that. So I really like these.
And there's a zillion different brands.
Yeah, there's lots of different things. So, you know, you can pick what you want, but the key is know what you're putting in your body, whether it's chili or beer or whatever you're eating, because it can make a big difference. And you can find something that doesn't make you suffer, you know? Like people think, oh, I have to be on a diabetic diet, whatever that is. But you can still eat very flavorful things that can be healthy. You can even drink alcohol, you know, conservatively, I suppose, in a moderation. That's the word I'm looking for. But just know what you're drinking. So, anything else you want to say?
You know, all I'm going to say is it's been really fun cooking with you.
It has been great. I still have all my fingies.
Yeah, I don't. I'm going to get out my phone. I'm going to give myself a bolus, and I'm going to dig in because you and I have been kind of fasting during this whole
I'm not
section.
going to bolus because I'm going to eat just some meat, which is going to be great. So thanks, everybody. This has been good fun. Let's do it again soon.
A lot of fun. And thanks again to Brian for coming on the show.
Yeah, and check out his book.
And the TCOID staff that's all around this room helping the cooking and cleaning up and all that stuff.
Getting all this stuff ready for us. I learned a lot. I am ready to go out and cook. See you later.